Okay, so let's pick up where we just left off. So we have the Two of Wands, right? And this card here, it came reversed like this. So we have the Five of Wands and we have the Two of Wands when it comes to if you lead with your finding services, what the outcome will be. If we add the 5 and the 2, that's the Seven of Wands, which just represents the fact that Spirit is saying, because that card, that Seven of Wands card, is all about being assertive. They want you to be assertive. They want you to stand your ground when it comes to your position, and in the situation. And also, this Two of Wands being it came reverse, it just shows that there might be a delay. So if you do decide to lead with your finding services, the outcome is going to be delayed. The outcome that you want is going to be delayed. Okay, so if you're looking for something positive, which I'm sure you are, to come out of it, it's going to be a delay. So it might take some time. It's not going to happen just like this, and it's not going to happen super quick. You're going to have to stand your ground on it. Spirit is, I'm hearing for you to stay assertive, stand your ground. Don't, whatever like thoughts that you have to go about this, make sure that you stay grounded in those decisions. Don't let anybody come in and say, oh no, you shouldn't do it that way. No, the plan that you have, stick to that plan. Okay, when it comes to finding the finding service. Okay, now we did that. Will you close a real estate wholesale deal soon? Yes or no? Yes or no? Upright is yes, and no is reversed. So will Candice Spirit will she close a real estate wholesale deal soon? Yes, you will. You will. Absolutely. The answer is yes, you will. It came upright. Spirit is saying yes. Yes. All right. Now we're going to look at Noel. I was getting a weird energy. I didn't even pull anything off of Noel yet, but I'm just getting like possibly a jealous energy. But I mean, I don't know her. I don't know her, you know what I mean? But I feel the energy, and I'm sure you've been watching my videos. You know that I'm a reader who hears. I hear the messages. I'm clairaudient, and I'm also clairvoyant. So I can see the messages and I hear them. And I'm getting that she can be phony. Something about her is a little flaky. But let's see. I could be wrong. I'm not always right. Just 99.9%. Okay? That's it. That's all. Does Noel like you? Yes or no? Does she like you? Does she like you as a person? Does she like you? Four of Pentacles came upright. She does like you. She does. She does. What's her feelings towards you? What is Noel's feelings towards Candice Spirit? What is Noel's feelings when it comes to Candice? What's her feelings? The Hangman. So at this time, I'm getting that she could be someone who, with this Hangman being upright, let me pull one more. Tell me more, Spirit, about the Hangman. Six of Pentacles reversed. So it's this card again that came reversed with the breadcrumbing. She could feel like you're someone who although she likes you, she could feel that you're somebody who doesn't take accountability. Like if you do something wrong, or if you have slighted someone, you're not quick to say, that was my fault, I apologize, that was on me. Like genuinely, she could feel that you're someone who, you see how this character has their hands behind their back. Like you throw rocks and then you might hide your hand after you throw the rocks. So she could feel that you're somebody who starts shit, and then when now the shit is already started, now you're like, oh, I didn't do that. Very like, don't take accountability for when you're wrong. Oh no, I didn't do that. Or oh no, I didn't mean it that way. Like she feels like you're that way. And with this Six of Pentacles, that's all about balance. It came reversed, so she could feel like you're imbalanced in some way in the connection that you guys have, the relationship that you have, that you bring a little bit of a instability to this, where you for example, she could feel that she gives more than you do when it comes to the friendship. you know, she shows up for you in ways that you don't show up for her. So she looks at you as being unstable and not fair. She feels that you're not fair in some way. She feels that you're not fair because she feels that when you guys have any type of discrepancy or any type of misunderstanding, you're not quick to apologize. She could feel that she's the one that always has to come to you, and she feels like it's. I just saw the Justice card reversed. She could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. She could be an air sign. She could also be an earth sign. Spirit, show me who she is. Show me who Noelle is as a person. Spirit, please show me who Noelle is. Temperament. So she could have Libra or Sag in her chart. I just said. This came reversed. She's somebody. You know, the crazy shit is she's looking at you this way, but Spirit is telling me she's imbalanced. You see how sick people can be? She's imbalanced because this is the Temperance and upright. But when it comes reversed, that shows that that's someone who they have a hard time pouring into others. You see how this character is pouring one cup into the other in the upright. It came reversed. She has a hard time being able to give in the same way that she receives. And so also I feel that she's not as spiritual as you are either. You know, you're way more spiritual than she is. You're more in tune when it comes to your spirituality and being intuitive and things like that. But yeah, she's someone also who could have a bad temper as well. You see those wings, how red they are? I'm getting like she has a fiery temper as well. She's someone who could fly off the handle and really blow things way out of proportion more than she needs to in certain instances. But so we looked at how she feels about you. How do you feel about her? That's what I wanted to know. How does Candice feel about Noelle? How does Candice feel about Noelle, Spirit? Oh, you feel like she's the Queen of Swords. More air energy, more air. So she could definitely be this is big Libra. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. She definitely is given air. So she has it somewhere in her chart. But you're looking at her like she could be very icy, very cold. You see how she's holding that sword? So she's somebody who's independent, you know. She's a leader in her own right, but at the same time, you see how that card is mostly gray. It's very cold. She can be you look at her as someone who's very icy, and she could be very nasty. And just as, you know, as much as she could be nice, she could flip just like that. And once she turns cold, she's someone who could stop talking to you for a long time, and it doesn't even bother her, you know. She cuts people off just like that. She takes that sword, and this is someone, Queen of Swords, because I'm a Libra sun, so I always come out as either the Empress or the Queen of Swords, which, you know, this is someone who you can communicate with, absolutely, very intelligent, but if you get on the wrong side of this person, this is someone who's, you know, very fair usually, and will hear you out. But if you get on their wrong side, that's it for you. You're done. You're cut off. You're deleted from the database, you know. And so the words that come out of her mouth can be very cutting. She can be very nasty if pushed. You understand? So this is how you're seeing her. That's how you feel about her. Tell me more, Spirit, on how the Hermit reversed, on how you feel about her. The Hermit reversed. So you could see her as someone who recently, maybe she was in the hermit mode. She was more to herself. Maybe you guys weren't talking for a while, or there was like distance between you. Okay, but it came reversed. So she's coming out of that. You could see her as maybe coming out of a depression or something that she was going through, a hard time. But she's now coming out of that. So she's someone who has the potential to get depressed or be in a dark place at times. Not like you, you mostly look at the glass half full, and she could be someone who tends to, with this Hermit card, she could look at it, being it came reversed, she could look at it as being half empty, you know, and tend to dwell on the darker side of things. All right. We're going to do one more video and we're done, girl. We are done.